Monday, and the energy is the High Priestess. This is energy that we dealt with about 3 weeks ago, and there's a focus on a female figure in your life. This could be your daughter, your sister, a friend, and likely to be someone who is single. For others of you, this is someone who is giving you some kind of advice or counsel. She may be a therapist, a psychologist, maybe she's a psychic or a tarot reader, someone who is very intuitive and someone who has deep understanding of the inner workings of a particular matter or something that concerns you. This could be a day where you are doing some research and perhaps listening to your own inner voice because your intuition is very strong today. You have this inner knowing, and it can serve you well if you're able to distinguish your intuition from your emotions. And your emotions will have a strong bearing on the environment. You will find that how you're feeling is reflected through the actions, the responses of others. And today is a day where there is some kind of shift or change or transition within your relationships, whether they are personal or professional, and especially with the women in your life. So you're doing some reevaluation and, either getting some information from someone, some insider knowledge, or you're listening to your own voice. Now, maybe you're exploring your psyche in some way because this card ties to the deep unconscious, dealing with the past conditioning or some early memories or hidden issues. And so you may be tackling some kind of hidden influence that you want to better understand. For some of you, it's a day where you may have difficulty health-wise. Maybe you have some digestive issues or female issues. So you may be dealing with feelings connected to sexuality, a decrease in your libido, or, something where you feel a bit withdrawn. So it's a day where you really have to, again, monitor your moods and try to stay on track by sticking to the facts. Maybe this is a day where you have deep concern for someone that you care about, someone you want to protect. And it's that effort to protect them that perhaps causes some kind of tension. Sometimes others aren't really receptive to our ideas, even though what we're really doing is putting, in our minds, their best interest at heart. But sometimes, people want to do what they want to do. And so that may be creating some kind of tension. You may also have difficulty determining what's best for yourself. You may feel that something is destined, it's fated, when it's actually your emotions that are driving the connection. This is a day where something arrives for you, an opportunity of sorts that seems provocative. You're interested, you're looking at it. But you need to understand that it does not come free of charge. There is some kind of string attached. And so it's best to consider the fine print. You may decide that you don't want to get involved with something today. Or maybe you have difficulty, listening to your intuition. You can't hear that inner voice. And it may be because you're looking at events through the lens of some kind of bias or prejudice that you're holding on to. Maybe you're repressing your real feelings, or, maybe you're being insensitive or overly sensitive. It could be this is because some kind of secret has come out. Something has been revealed. Maybe you're having difficulty dealing with this information. For others of you, there's an incessant need to be acknowledged. You need some kind of external validation, and it's making you vulnerable. So you may be losing emotional control. And as part of that, maybe, you're creating an unfair advantage of sorts. Maybe, the terms of your relationship were one way, and now you've decided, well, you know what, I'm going to change the rules because this works better for me. And that may not necessarily be fair. Maybe, the motive is to get past a challenge or something blocking you, or maybe even to confuse someone close to you if you see that person as a threat or some kind of competition. In which case, you may be playing a game that you possibly can't win because you're going to attract some kind of intrigue that is more than you're prepared to deal with. So this is a day that says you're going to have to rethink some things, do some review, reevaluation. You were feeling one way, but is that feeling really valid? You believed this one thing, but is that really the truth? You may be rethinking a promise that you've made, or looking at where someone didn't deliver on their promise, or you're waiting for them to, or maybe there was a goal that you wanted to achieve and now you're questioning, do you still want that? So you're listening to yourself in order to see things more clearly so that you can make good decisions, that you can act quickly, and that you can be effective for yourself.